the Executive Director of Rescue Reston, John Pinkman.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Rosanna, I live on Golf Course Drive. We live in a community called Golf Course View. We'd like to keep it that way. We know many of you are scared, angry, and feel betrayed that outside investors will change our community, a planned community that we worked so hard for 50 years to create. The good news is today we're here to provide a solution. Unite. Get active. Channel your activism in a positive way. Do something. This week I wrote an article on activism. I talked about activism in terms of reality, ethics, vision, and courage. Reality. This redevelopment scheme is very real. Reston Patch brought this to our attention. Seems like months ago. It actually was only 6 weeks ago when Karen Goff of Patch broke the story. Thank you, Reston Patch. Look where we've come in that short time. But don't think for a minute that everyone knows or cares about the redevelopment of the golf course. As I was passing out flyers on this very spot last Wednesday, I ran into, on the farmer's market, I ran into a gentleman, first person I ran into in the 6 weeks that I've been involved with this, who actually said, "So what? I live in North Reston. I could care less." That, my fellow Restonians, is also real. We'd like to think that everyone shares the values of why we all moved to Reston. They don't. But subconsciously, they depend on folks like you and me to stand up and do what they cannot. This is also a reality. If the BZA, that means the Board of Zoning Appeal, on October 24th, overturns the zoning administrator and supports the Northwestern Mutual appeal, this is the crack in the dam. If you can do it once in Reston, you can do it twice. If you can do it in Reston, a national model of a planned community, you can do it anywhere. I get a lot of email. It comes from people outside of Reston and other jurisdictions. They're worried, if you can do it in Reston, if they can do it to you in Reston, they can do it anywhere. Ethics. Who would do that? What outsider would invade our town? Who would upset the balance of this community for pure profit? Who would challenge the value of our Reston culture? Destroying Reston's open space. It's like building a Playboy club in the middle of the Vatican. Can you imagine that discussion? Holy Father, as you know, I'm the mayor of the Vatican. I got a bigger plan for you. Yes, my son, what do you want? I'm going to raise a lot of money for the church. Hey, then you know the church, my son, can use a lot of money. What's your plan? I'm going to bring entertainment. I'm going to bring touristas. I'm going to bring a lot of things that make you lots of money. Fine, what is it? We're going to build a Playboy club with the girly girls and the big bunny head and all that stuff. Really? You want to build a Playboy club in the Vatican? Oh yes, it's going to make a big deal. Well, what about our philosophy? What about the things that we believe? What about the things for centuries that we've built here? Don't worry about that, you'll make a lot of money. Well, my son, let me put it into words that maybe even you can understand, and in your own dialect. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. I want to have fun with this. Don't lose your sense of humor about this. If that was happening, I'd be dead in 65. Most development involves integrity, involves public early on. It's visible, it's transparent. Reston activist John Farrell recently said in a speech before the Reston Association that a conscientious developer would immediately meet with landowners surrounding the development, advise them on what's going on, allay their fears, and work with them in a way to add to the community, not destroy it. But that's not how this golf course project is going, is it? Well, let me walk around here. Ruth Ann, will you take the mic? I know you saw this recently on TV. I'll try to do a little bit better job. Well, old buddy of mine, CEO of Northwestern Mutual. Odd that we have our own same name, don't we? He's John, I'm John. I got to tell you, sir, just today, just this morning, this is an absolute true story. A fella stopped by my house to buy a shirt. And he told me, he said, do you know what the motto of Northwestern Mutual Insurance is? I'm sure you know, but these folks don't. It's the quiet company. Now, I understand why you'd want to be quiet about a lot of things. I understand that if you're going to build a development, if you're going to do something that might make a lot of people mad, you'd like to keep it quiet. I can see those corporate meetings right now, sir. I can see these kinds of, hey, look, these people could get a little out of hand. So let's keep it quiet. Let's keep it on the QT. Shh, let's not tell anybody. Is that what you told them? Take a look out there. How's that working for you now? Vision. When I moved here in 1978, we bought into the vision of Reston. That year we came, there was no downtown Reston, of course. There was only a farmhouse that was converted into a daycare center on Sunset Hills Road. There was nothing else there. There was no Wheelie Avenue Bridge. Reston Avenue was a two-lane road. There was no Lake Thoreau, no Lake Audubon, no Lake North Point. Temporary Road was actually thought of being temporary. We knew back then things would change, and we welcomed it. At that time, we had one club on the top over here to Sheraton, and maybe Fritzby's. I know, I saw you there, remember? Yes. We knew, we kept a look how we've grown, sensibly. We kept a promise to each other, a covenant. We are not then, nor are we today, anti-development. Reston was built by people and corporations with respect and a discipline for what the vision could be. This unconscionable development is not part of my vision. Is it part of your vision? No! Courage. It takes no courage to hide behind companies that own companies. It takes, or to remain anonymous and buy lawyers as frontmen. But when you're trying to keep something that people will not like, secrecy, well, that's very understandable. It takes no courage to say it's just a business. It's not. It's personal. It's personal. It should be personal to you, and it is damn personal to me. I can tell you. I will tell you what does take courage. It takes courage to stand up and say no. It takes courage to stand up to large corporations and nameless executives. But we're not going to let that happen. We're not going outside to let outside investors into our town and destroy our planned community. You, sir, or madam, will be exposed. And by the way, Mr. Developer, whoever Northwestern Mutual, the quiet company, hires to shred this open space, we have news for you. You cannot hide either. We will not be quiet. But I'm telling you right now, if you think you can come into our town and scare the people, if you think you can back off and negotiate a commercial land swap and construct that deal as the benevolent compromiser, sorry, too late, no deal. People meet me on the street, so it comes down to this. What can you do? What will you do? Some say, what are you guys so upset about? It'll never happen. Wait and see. Simmer down, as my mother used to say. I never did that. I say, how much of your home value are you willing to bet? What happens on October 24th if they get permission to build? We say to you, you waited to act too long. Act now. People meet me on the street all the time and say, hey, John, how's this going? I tell each and every one, I'll let you know on October 25th. On October 25th, we'll know the future of open space here in Reston. So will you join us to support the county's effort to stop this tracks, nip it in the bud now and forever? Yeah. Will you go to Rescue Reston, organize, will you go to rescuereston.org to get the latest updates and suggestions for your actions? Yes. Will you write letters voicing your passionate opinions? Yes. Will you join Rescue Reston in your sea of green on October 24th at the BZA hearing? Yes. I know you will. I know you'll be there the 24th. I know that you'll be there for your family. I know you'll be there for the Reston, and I know you will be there for the future of your children. SOS, save open space. SOS, save open space. SOS, save open space. SOS, save open space. See you the 24th. Thank you for coming.